Hi everybody. Start doing a TikToks. I don't know if I'm gonna do them weekly, monthly, or what, but I'm just gonna start doing them because I recently found out that my husband owes 80 something thousand, about 82 to $84,000 in Parent Plus federal student loans. He accrued those student loans when our children were enrolled in an out-of-state college. He paid for some of their semesters out of pocket and with his 401k. And at the time that he took those Parent Plus student loans, he was working a really good job. And, things all went okay. I mean, him and my children were able to get this Parent Plus loans. I wasn't, like I said, my name's not on the loans. So I didn't really know that much about what he was getting into. I mean, all I knew is that, it came time for their tuitions to be due, certain times of the year. Some of those semesters he struggled to have the money for them, so that's what he said. That's when they chose to sign up for the Parent Plus student loans. And from what I understand them to be, after talking with this school bursar, which was like pulling teeth, because at those universities or any of those colleges, when you're not the student, nobody wants to talk to you. You're not the student, and they don't care who pays the bills, really. But if you're not enrolled and you're not the student, you're not going to get talked to. But so, luckily, before my oldest one graduated from the college, somebody at the bursar's office did talk to me. They did inform me they're some kind of Stafford Parent Plus loans. They didn't have them every semester, but there were some semesters where they did have them. I have my two daughters each have them. One has more than the other, or had more student loan than the other at that university, that affect the Parent Plus loan. Then the other my youngest one, she was able to pay her portion off. And so how it worked was, what they said was, the student gets a small percentage of what the actual loan was. The majority of the loan went to to my husband, or the parent who co-signs for the loan. That bigger portion of that goes to their the financial responsibility goes to that person. And they're really high interest loans. They're meant to be paid off like within, I think, 6 months, or start to be paid off within 6 months of the student graduating. I'm not really 100% sure about all of it. All I know is what little information that person in the bursar's office gave me. And I didn't really understand about the ramifications of this Parent Plus loan, because of course we had different government going on and stuff. And so, student loans, were left pretty much like, okay, nobody's going to pay them, or somebody's going to pay them, but it isn't going to be the person who owes them, and I don't agree with that. I just don't. I feel like, people who have these loans need to pay them loans off. Somebody who didn't go to college, like myself, shouldn't be responsible for paying for, like, my neighbor's student loans. I 100% agree with that. I just didn't realize that I was going to be in a situation where somebody might have been paying off my kids' student loans, so anyway, that's how it is. And now, like I said, when my husband took those student loans, he was working at a really good job, and I guess he always thought he would pay him off or something. I don't know, but his health changed. He had to quit working at the job. And, like I said, my children graduated and moved on. And I don't know. I wasn't made even aware of the student loan until we filed our taxes. And then the reality hit me that, oh, we owe all this money in student loans. It's like over $80,000. And yeah, I'm really irritated with my significant other about not keeping me in the loop about it. I guess he just thought it was like out of mind, don't worry about it. But it's not. It's not. And we live in a state where there's community property involved, in Texas, and I'm not really sure how it's going to affect me. Even though my name's not on the federal loan, I don't know if something would happen to him, if I would be responsible for that. I never gave the bursar's office my social security number, and to my knowledge, I don't have a signature anywhere saying that I owe this money now, unless it was forged. So I don't know if they wouldn't talk to me. I don't know. I don't even know who to talk to about it. All I know is we file our federal taxes together, and it's coming up that he owes this money to these university. It's probably not to the university at this point. It's the federal government. So my one student has paid her portion of the Parent Plus loan off. The other one's still working on it because she went on to extend her degree, and she has her own loans plus this Parent Plus crap. Like I said, my husband, and I'm not sure if it's me, we have this other Parent Plus loan. He doesn't work that much anymore. He works pretty much part-time. His income is dropped to almost nothing. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to figure it out. I've been a stay-at-home mom since about 1999. I have some college, and so getting out into the workforce has been very difficult. But I'm going to figure it out, and this TikTok videos are going to be about the journey of how to overcome Parent Plus. All right, thanks.